Hey folks, I'm Peter Melhorn. Do you want to catch the next world record blue catfish? Well, you're going to want to watch this video because I sit down with some of the top catfishing pros in the country and get their opinion on where they think the next world record blue catfish will be caught. Folks, over the past 20 years, about every 3 to 4 years, the world record for the blue catfish has been broken. Well, as of the taping of this video, it's been 8 years since the world record blue catfish was caught out of Kerr Lake at 143 pounds. Now, since then, there's been one other fish caught out of that same lake. Dale Lowe caught one that was just a couple of pounds shy of eclipsing that record during the Ice Bowl tournament a couple of years ago. The good news is that fish was released alive, so it's still out there swimming and is probably bigger by now. So the question is, where will the next world record come from? Will it be that fish possibly being caught again out of Kerr Lake? Or will it come from somewhere else? At the 2019 Catfish Conference, I talked to some national fishing pros and got their opinion on where they think the next world record will be caught. The first person I talked to was Chris Souders. He's got a channel here on YouTube, and I'll put a link to his channel down in the description section below. Now, Chris has fished all over the country for blue catfish and flatheads, and he knows a thing or two about where big catfish like to hide. He's also won a few points championships fishing those tournaments along the way, so I figure he would have some pretty good information and some good insight on where the next world record blue catfish would come from. We talked about Kerr Lake. It's produced 2 fish over 140 pounds, and he feels that it may be the place that holds the next world record.
The growing season for the fish, the bait, it's all there. Having a long growing season, having a huge area for those fish to spawn out, good genetics, and food. I mean, it's just really all there. So I would say from the same area, or at least the East Coast.
The next person I talked to was nationally renowned catfish tournament angler Larry Muse. He's fished all over the country, and he calls the Mississippi River home. And we got his opinion on where he thinks that next monster world record blue catfish will come from.
I think that there's a very good possibility. There's something that nobody's seen before except me. I mean, few people. We fished down at Vicksburg, Mississippi. And that part of the Mississippi River down there, when you get down there, people that like to bump bottom, the current is sweet down there. I'm talking about half the current you got at Memphis. And man, there's some good deep water down there, and there's some big old catfish down there. And they don't get targeted. Folks down there catch eating fish, and they don't target them big fish. I fished a tournament down there, and we made 5 little drifts. We had 245 pound and 5 fish. And my biggest one was 87, which was just 8 pounds off the Mississippi State record. And we fished 2.5 hours, went and weighed in. And so I think that Jody Harrison with Fish Life is fixing to have a big tournament at Vicksburg. The first weekend in May, it's a 2-day tournament. It's an hourly tournament, good prizes. Sea Ark boat's going to be given away on big fish. It's nice. It's going to be nice. That whole area down there is an untapped resource for catfishing. And I ain't the only man that's been down there with a bumping rod. And soon as some of my buddies like Jeff Dodd and a few of them get down there too, it's going to be on. And I wouldn't doubt seeing a world record come from down there. I wouldn't doubt it.
Now, Quentin Robbins is another guy that fishes the Mississippi River, home to many monster catfish. He fishes near Memphis, and he has a channel here on YouTube called Mid-South Outdoors that I'll put a link to down in the description section below. We sat down with him and got his opinion on where he thinks that world record blue catfish is hiding.
The truth of the matter is, I think there are probably 4 to 6 rivers that currently hold multiple fish that'll break that. It's probably going to come out of the James. If it's going to come out of a river, I see it coming out of the James or maybe the Missouri. The Missouri River does a little bit better job of, or quite a bit better job of being protected along some of those states than the Mississippi. So I'm going to say Missouri or James.
Well, there you go, folks. That's what some of the best anglers in the country are saying about where the next world record may come from. Personally, I think it's coming from Bugs Island, Kerr Lake, whichever you want to call it, on the Virginia-North Carolina line. It's a huge body of water. It's already produced 2 fish over 140 pounds, and I think it will produce the next world record. Fish in that reservoir, that body of water, are not fighting current like they do in the major rivers, and I think that helps them and gives them an advantage to getting really big. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. We'll just have to sit back and see where the next one comes from. Meanwhile, if you like the channel, please consider subscribing. Smash the thumbs up. We look forward to seeing you on the water.